Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Primitive Gatherings, and today I want to show you a quick tutorial on how to finish our Christmas tag ornies. This pattern can be found on my blog on November 1st, and it'll run free for a couple weeks, and then we will remove it and it'll just be a pattern that you can purchase. But here is the tag ornaments. So I have a Santa and a tree, and you can make multiples of each. We do have kits available on our website for these, and they're individual kits. So a Santa and then trees, like maybe you want to do a Santa and a bunch of trees, or you want to do all Santas. So you can purchase the kits individually. Now let me get you started on what we all need for supplies. So you need the wools, and those are listed in your pattern. And then for notions, I'm going to use a scissors, a tweezers. We're going to need some 6-stranded floss, and we have 6-stranded Valdani floss in red and green, or you can use regular DMC 6-stranded floss, whatever you can find. Also, you're going to need glue. I like this Roxanne glue with the needle tip applicator, and then this glue here, which is just regular stick glue. You're going to need this Kreinrich tool for twisting the cording, and then obviously in the kit you will get 2 pieces of flannel for the front and the back of your ornament. Now I have one already stitched here, and then this is the steps we're going to take. So we're going to turn this over, take chipboard. I forgot to mention you need some chipboard, and the measurements are all in the pattern on what size you need to cut everything. And I'm going to just take the chipboard and center it exactly in the middle of my 4x7 flannel piece that's already been stitched. And then the chipboard goes down, and I'm just going to do a bead of glue on the edge of the clipboard. Now this is about a 1/2 inch wide. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold over the sides like this, and then check it to make sure that it's pretty even. Now, is it going to be perfect? Probably not, but get it as good as you can. And you can, some of these backgrounds have definite linear designs on them, so try to get them as straight as you can. If they're not perfect, I don't really worry about that. And then I'm going to add a little bit more glue to the fabric side here, so when I fold this over, it'll go like that. Now I'm going to show you how I do those corners in a minute. I just pull that over like so. Check it again to make sure it looks good. All right. You can cut a little bit out of this corner here if you want to do that, so it's not bulky. But another thing you can do is just use I'll show you how to use that tweezers to pull those in. All right, so this is the top part. That's all glued. Now I'm going to glue the back same way. Center it in there. Glue all the way around the edges. A little bit more on the fabric part. Flip those up. right. So there we have back. And mine's not straight. No big deal. This is the way it is. All right, so once you have both of them turned, now I'm just going to layer a whole bunch of glue in the middle and on the edges. Jess, would you mind grabbing me one of those little irons over there? A bigger one, somewhat with some weight to it. And then I'm just going to marry these two up, wrong sides together, like that. And then I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to pull in those corners if they stick out a little bit. And the cord is going to wrap all the way around there so you won't see those at all. Your sewing awl would work too. So now while I make the cord, I'm just going to let that sit there like that for a little bit, and that will dry nicely. Okay, for the cording you need 4 yards of floss per ornie. Now that can be 2 yards or 1 continuous 4 yards. Sometimes when you're unraveling these skeins, you get a little knot and you might have to cut it. At least that never happens to me. It does all the time. All right, and you can do 2 colors. So if you wanted to do red and green, you do 2 yards of red, 2 yards of green. They don't have to be the same color. So now I just need this 2 yards together, and I tied a knot in the end, and I'm just on the end of my mat here, I'm just going to do a little clip. I need something to grab onto that end. A lot of times if I'm by my sewing machine, I'll use my little post where I wind my bobbins and use that as well. Now you take the cording maker and you put it in here like that. I'm just going to push that away a little bit so I can back up. All right, now what you're going to do is use it like a fishing pole. And you just keep winding for a while. And I'll show you how to test to see if you've wound enough. It's kind of just trial and error to see if you like what you see when you put it together. All right, so let's just test. It's probably not ready, but I'm going to show you what happens now. So it'll fold on itself. So if you can kind of see that it is twisted, but it's quite loose yet. So I want to wind it a little bit more. So then I just back up again and keep winding. So a little more. All right, I like that much, much better. The beginning and the end together, and then they twist, and you keep holding it until it stops. All right, so now I'm going to put just a little knot in the end of those so it doesn't come untwisted. And now I have cording. So see, pretty simple. Now what we're going to do is to put the cord on here. You can do one of 2 ways. You can start here, go all the way around and end, and then slip the loop in separately. I tried a couple different methods. Or start with the middle of the cording here, bring it up and around, tie a knot, and then make a loop that way. So that's the way I'm going to do it to show you here today. So grab my, wow, that was heavy. All right, so it looks pretty good here. It's together. And now I'm going to take my Roxanne glue. I tried to have it sit upright here, but shifted on me, but hopefully it'll be good. So I'm just going to lay a bead of glue in this channel between the two pieces of chipboard. Getting down to the end of my Roxanne glue. And you can use any glue, it doesn't have to be Roxanne, but if you do applique or put sleeves on, I use a lot of glue for that. All right, so I'm going to find the center of mine and I'm going to lay that down and put the cord right in the middle. So pounce it in the middle, pat it in that groove. Both sides. Come up to the top. All right, and it's okay if you get a little glue on the cording that sticks out. It'll dry clear, not to worry. So now I'm just going to take the two and tie a knot in here. Try to get it in the middle. And now we're going to let that dry, and then we would just twist the top here to finish off the loop. Okay, so see how simple that was, but it adds so much to the simple cardboard to decorate it up. Now, you can use these for several different things. So they can be tags for a present, they can be ornaments for the tree. I put the year on this one. Or if you don't want to do ornaments, take the design and make it into a little quilt. So you could do like 9 pieces, 1 Santa and 8 trees. That would be super cute. So there's lots of ideas that you can use for these ornaments. So I hope you have a good time creating whatever you want to create with them. And thanks for joining us today on this video. Make sure you like it, make sure you subscribe, and follow us on Stitch with Lisa Bongean on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Thanks everyone.